Welcome in Craft and Design 3.0 for my dear audience. In this video, I will describe some different and much beautiful ideas of amazing rusty metal craft or amazing rusty metal dry ideas. So, my dear guys, when we talk about rusty metal craft, then different question arise in our mind, like as a how do you rust metal for craft, or what is rusted metal called, or what is rusty made of, or why is metal rusty? So, my dear guys, pour equal parts uh, distilled distilled vinegar and hydrogen peroxide into a spray bottle container. Add around a 1/4 cup of salt to the container and shake or stir until the salt is dissolved. So spread the mixture onto your piece of steel and sprinkle a liberal dose of salt across the steel. So my dear guys, what is a rusted metal called? Cotton steel, also known as cotton, is a steel with a rusty appearance that has very aesthetic qualities and is being increasingly used in design. So it is found particularly in buildings and public space are to make upmarket works of art, signs, chimneys, and fireballs. So, what is rusty made of? Rust is mostly made of two different oxides of iron that vary in the oxidation state of the iron atoms. So, these oxides are iron oxide or ferrous oxide. So, the oxidation state of iron in this compound is +2 and its chemical different formulas. So, why is metal rusty? My dear guys, my dear audience, dear audience question me that why is metal rusty? Rust is a type of corrosion that occurs on metal surface when iron reacts with oxygen and water. So the chemical reaction that causes rust is called oxidation. So the oxidation process eats away at the metal and creates visible rust on the metal surface. So how are metal crafts made? The metal were subjected to two basic processes, fogging and casting. Traditionally, the raw material used for the production process were either metal or scrap. So, what is crafting in rust? Crafting is the process of turning materials into usable items. To assess the crafting menu, press by different default program. So, my dear guys, question me what is the color of rust? Oxygen is a colorless gas. When they chemically combine, rust is made. So, rust has a reddish brown color. If we talk about its importance of rusting is a corrosion of iron, which is the most widely used structural metal, and most of rusting is used in making steel. So, the wide range of products made from steel includes all types vehicles, machinery, pipelines, and bridges, and also reinforcing rods and girders for construction purpose and also for decoration purpose. A rusty metal can be used like as in a garden, in a small lawn, in a sitting room, in a living room, or upward of our house and inside of our house we can make it as a beautifulness or best excitement we can use these rust metal ideas. So my dear guys, is rust metal waste in most cases metal that are damaged or have rust can still be recycled as usual. So one factor to keep in mind is that the total value of your scrap is determined by weight. If the metal is rusted, it will likely weighs less than non-rusted scrap of the same size. So is rust harmful to human health? My dear guys, rust is not inherently harmful. to human beings. In particular, touching rust or getting it on your skin is not associated with any health risk. While you can get tetanus from a wound caused by rusty objects, it's not the rust that causes tetanus. Instead, it's caused by a type of bacteria that may be on the object. So, my dear guys, when we talk about rusty metal, then a historical background of that thing is prescribed, I think, is much essential. So, Crum Brown suggested, on the basis of experiment described by Coes Calvet in 1871, that the first stage in the rusting of iron is the production under the influence of carbonic acid of ferrous carbonate, which is subsequently converted by atmospheric oxygen in presence of moisture into ferric hydroxide or rust. So what is rust in chemically differentiate? So hydrate ferric oxide, they explain for the correct option. So rust is a chemically ferric oxide, Fe2O3, where the oxidation state of iron is plus 3. So all metal rust. Rust only happens to iron based metal. So the most common type of rust is surprise. A surprise common rust. It's a form of iron oxide which relies on the chemical reaction where energy is transferred between atoms, namely the iron in the metal and moisture from the air and air conditions. So, if we talk about rusty metal craft is one of the most ancient craft of the Bihar state. So, this includes manufacturing of various utility and decorative products made of gold, silver, brass, zinc, and uh, astatatu metals. So, gold and silver metal are widely used for the manufacturing of jewelry items. So, my dear guys, is Rust a crafting game? Yes, Rust feature crafting, though initially limited, until the discovery of specific items in the game's open world. To stay protected, players must build base or giant plants to improve their chance of survival. So, what should I craft first in Rust? Rust crafting guide, some 8 essential items, necessary item you should craft right. Thompson means crafting cost 100 wood and 1 SMG bodies and 1 spring and 10 high quality metal we needed. So hatchet and pickaxe, image credit and face punch studio also essential. So semi-automatic rifle also is essential and necessary. So weapon flashlight also necessary and essential, and also medical syringes, satchel charges, garage door, and wooden ladder are also essential. So how to use industrial craft rust? When we talk about output locations, it can be a much interesting and much inspirable and much differential amazing. So my dear guys, I think that my video and my these ideas of rusty metal craft inspired you much, and if inspired, then subscribe my channel and like my video and share my video with your affectionate love. So thank you very much guys for watching my video and listening my video. Once again, thank you very much for watching my video.